Okay, so if you are going to rate the show out of 10, what would you give it?
Ooh, I'd give it 8.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Oof.
8.5 out of 10.
Wow.
I think so.
Okay.
No, an 8. An 8. Because I was expecting it to be more scary.
Yeah.
Because Hill House was insanely scary the first time I watched it.
Okay, but if you weren't comparing it to its predecessor, how would you rate it?
An 8.
Still?
Yeah.
Okay.
0.5.
Like on its own?
Yeah, on its own, I think like an 8.5.
Yeah. Okay.
So no, I was gonna say. So what would you rate? Oh no, you said that.
Well, yeah, I say I rate like an 8 out of 10,
Mhm.
probably. I kind of was expecting more, and 1 second. Yeah, I was kind of expecting more from it. Like you said, I was expecting it to be scarier and kind of more streamlined. It seemed like there were kind of different things going on.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, like I said, it was more of a love story than a ghost story.
Yeah, it was really good though.
It was
It was
amazing.
really good.
It was good because of the script writing, the dialogues, the directing.
The lighting. Yeah.
Speaking of lighting,
The,
Yeah.
the shots,
yeah,
like even the storyline, I really liked it.
yeah. I like
You know?
the placement of the ghosts as well, especially the
Yeah,
plague doctor.
Yeah.
I loved it.
because like if you think about it, they can't. If they're gonna continue doing like this in anthology. What's it called when there's like a lot like American Horror Story? It's an
A show.
anthology.
I have no clue.
It's like a show, but like each series is
It's
different.
Oh, I don't know. Is that what it's called?
I
Oh,
don't know. So when you edit it, find it.
oh, okay, cool.
Like if they can't make every season as scary,
True.
because then I feel like people would kind of get,
Yeah.
it get to a point where it's no longer like they're trying too hard to keep
Mhm.
that up.
Yeah.
So I like that, it's like we don't know what to expect.
Yeah. Like the next one could be scarier than Haunting of Hill House.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and we don't know because it could
Be as scary
exactly
as Haunting of
could,
Hill
or it
House,
could be
or
less scary.
Yeah.
It's like I like that we don't know what to expect.
But we know we can expect good writing and good acting, which for the most part
And
is
good
all that
directing.
matters. Yeah.
And because that's what makes the show.
Yeah. Regardless of the genre.
It's the script
Hmm.
and the directing that really,
Puts it together, brings
Yeah.
it together.
Mm.
Yeah. Speaking of American Horror Story, have you noticed any similarities between the two? Like in terms of because we both watched American. You've watched more of it than I have, I think.
Have I?
I've only seen like 3 or 4 seasons.
I've only seen 3 or 4 seasons as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And the best one to you was
The Coven.
The Coven, really?
The Coven or the first one?
Is it the house?
Yeah, the house
What
one.
was it called?
The
I don't remember the name.
it
But
was
yeah,
just that
the one about the house where
American Horror Story. I feel like it didn't have a name.
no, like the Coven had a name.
Yeah, but I don't think season 1 had a name.
No, I think it did.
It did?
I
don't
think
think
so.
it did.
Oh, well, the one about the house where people were dying.
Yeah,
Yeah. And that was similar, like we said in The Haunting of Hill House. It's similar to
That pretense of
Yeah.
like the house. But I like Hill House
much better. Yeah.
And I like this. I'm not saying anthology. I feel like that's the right word.
But the thing is, they kind of make them separate because Haunting of Hill House is just on its own, and then The Haunting of Bly Manor comes out on its own. It's not like it's season 2 of The Haunting.
Yeah,
or
I know,
something.
but like that's why I'm like it's easier to compare because American Horror Story is a lot like that.
Isn't
Is a lot like that.
American Horror Story is season by season?
No, it isn't.
It is. It's
It
American
isn't.
Horror Story season 1, American Horror Story season 2, season 3, and then
But
the
it's
seasons have.
different.
Yeah, I'm
It's
saying.
an anthology as well.
If you go on Netflix and you look for Haunting of Hill House, it's on its own.
Oh yeah.
If you look for Haunting of Bly Manor, it's on its own.
Yeah.
It's like there's no
yeah,
connection
there's no
besides the
seasons.
name sounds
Yeah.
similar.
Yeah. But I think they're both considered
together.
Anthology series.
You really like that word. You
It's
really
just,
want
I'm
to.
pretty
You
sure
really
it's
want to use that
because
word.
it's literally the word to describe a show that has seasons that are not related and actors reoccur.
If you're not sure about the name, you could have just described it the way you did.
Well, you can cut the part, every part I did. That's the fun part about editing.
I'm leaving all of this in. Okay, then I guess we're both right in some way.
No.
Yeah, I think we're both.
No, I
We
think
both
I
made
was...
valid points.
No.
And moving on. Before Haunting of Hill House, did you not think American Horror Story was the best horror? Like, you didn't like it?
The last few seasons...
No, I'm not talking about the last few seasons. I'm talking of the one that you watched and you liked.
Oh,
first
yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
It was really good. But they're so different. It's like the horror is different.
There's horror in American Horror
I know,
Story.
but the type of horror is different.
Yes, but when I watched American Horror Story, I thought this is the best horror, like quality of horror content in terms of, you know, TV show or movies that we've gotten in a while.
Honestly, I think... I don't remember thinking that. I think
Oh, wow.
I was just
Okay.
enjoying it.
Yeah.
I
Again,
didn't like it like as much as I'm liking Hill House or Bly Manor.
I'm not talking
I know,
about
but
comparing them.
I know, but I'm saying like I didn't like it as much. So
That's
like
a
I
comparison.
didn't. No, oh my god! As in like when I was watching it, I wasn't thinking, "Holy crap, this is like the best horror thing that I've watched."
Okay.
While when I was watching, jeez. While I was watching Hill House, or mostly Hill House, I was like, holy shit, this is scary. Like, this is one of the best scary horror things there is. I didn't think that while watching American Horror Story.
Okay.
That took breath.
Yeah. I think that's mostly it for the show.
I mean, we missed a lot of bits.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't.
Oh,
talk
what would
about
you say is
those.
your favorite part of the show, like your favorite scene?
Oof. My favorite scene. Oh, I forgot to say something. Do you remember in the very episode, where Hannah was first putting the candles, and then you asked me, you're like, okay, so it's one for the mom, one for the dad, one for the au pair, and what's the other one for?
Yeah.
I think
it's for her.
it's for Hannah, but she
didn't
didn't
realize.
know.
Yeah. Probably.
And I realized that, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And then you start saying like, well, what's the other one for? And I was like, why'd you gotta ask that? Why you gotta...
Why? It's a good question.
Yeah, but it's like you were too fast in
Oh.
realizing that. Because I didn't realize the first time.
Yeah.
Because I just assumed it was like, 3 candles.
Yeah. I was like, who's the last one for? Like, who else has died that we don't know about?
Yeah, I was like, God damn it, Abdul.
And it's crazy how the first scene they showed Hannah was right as she died. Was just as she died.
Like she was literally leaning forward,
Yep.
looking at the well.
Yep. That's crazy. And initially I thought Peter was like a nefarious type of ghost that went after Opez. Like he went after Rebecca, and then that's probably maybe what got her killed, and then he went after, like I thought he would go after Danny as well, especially when he was looking at her in the reflection and just smiling.
That's
I was
creepy.
like, oh
That
my
was
god.
really creepy.
Yeah.
What was I saying before?
Your
I
favorite
completed-
scene?
Oh yeah, my favorite scene. My favorite scene. I don't know. It has to be one with Flora. She was definitely one of my favorites.
She was. Ooh, there was a scene that I thought was interesting when they were doing the storytelling, and Miles was talking about the puppet master.
Oh, that was so freaky.
So I thought maybe Peter had possessed him there, because we still didn't know Peter's personality
Yeah.
at this point. So I wasn't sure, like, are they getting possessed by different ghosts in the house that have different types of like lives or whatever? But I think it was just Miles.
Do you think it was Miles?
Was he referring to?
I thought that scene was super weird. I didn't
It
fully
was.
understand it.
It was. I feel like there's something to dissect there. I might do it
no. Yeah.
in a separate video or something.
We barely talked about Owen.
That's true, but there wasn't really much to talk
But
about.
he was like
him.
such a nice character, such a
He
funny
was.
character as well. Like I feel like he was a comedic relief.
Yeah.
Like, cause in that scene, right when Miles was doing his monologue, they were all like, "What the fuck?" And then the doorbell rang, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh,
Saved
thank
by
God!"
the bell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it was something about Puppet Master, and the Puppet Master left, and the puppets forgot that they had a master, and they were just controlling themselves. And the master came back.
And then they
didn't
forget,
remember him, and then he tugged on their strings, and it hurts, or something like that.
You know, I thought
It
that
seemed-
had to do with the dolls in the basement. Because what were they doing there? What was the point of showing us all those dolls? Was that the little kid that moved?
That was where the little kid moved. Yeah,
Mm.
the dolls were all there, and then the
Yeah.
kid goes there to kind
Yeah.
of like blend in,
Yeah.
which is bad, but he's a little kid. Yeah, now I'm thinking about it. Maybe he was referring to the ghosts taking over their bodies.
Maybe.
I don't know.
You
I
could
don't know.
draw a parallel to that. but-
Probably. But yeah, so you can't think of your favorite scene.
I really liked when they were talking about Viola's life.
Oh, okay. And the black and white as well.
Yeah, like I really liked that. I don't know, everything, man. The moonflower scene was also really nice.
That was a nice one.
That was
a really good
nice,
one.
Yeah.
I really like Jamie. She was probably my second favorite character.
Yeah. Yeah, I really liked her.
I'd say my favorite scene was probably where Danny was downstairs and then the kids came and they were trying to distract her while the lady of the lake was walking. That was for me it was a really good scene just because
Yeah.
it was kind of intense, but you didn't know why it was intense. You
Yeah.
see the fear on the kids' faces as well.
And also, like, we didn't know why, like, the lady of the lake
just walks.
just walks past. Like,
Yeah.
we didn't know that, like, she only really strangles people if they're in their way.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a good scene. Yeah, I totally forgot about that scene.
So why did Flora always put the lady of the lake? Oh, so she always put her under the bed to indicate that she's
Under the
under
lake, yeah.
And whenever it's been moved, it's because the kid has like knows that she's moving, and then the kid has moved the
Yeah,
door,
yeah.
and so she knows. Oh my God.
But
That's
then
fucking
why
weird.
does Miles take it, run, and put it under, like, in the chute? If it's nothing except to just, tell the children where she is.
That's a good question.
Like, why would Miles react that way?
Why did he? What led up to that?
Remember, it was the first night that we saw there was mud. It was the night that they locked
Her.
Danny in the closet,
Mhm.
and she was like, she was like, I believe you, but I don't trust you, or something like that. And then
Mhm.
Flora went over to go pick the doll up,
Mhm.
and that's when Miles
Oh,
took it
because
and ran.
because she was about to tell her. She was I think Flora was about to tell her about the lady of the lake.
But why would he not?
I mean, it might have been Peter.
And why would Peter not want to know?
Want Danny to know.
Yeah.
Because then she would try to stop the plan. Like somehow she might take the kids away from the house.
True.
And yeah, then later you realize the reason they locked her is because if she had been like going around with them, she would have seen the lady of the lake, or she might have ended up getting killed.
Yeah.
Did you think it was like plot armor for her to have been able to switch with the Lady of the Lake, like to bring her into herself?
It was a plot what?
Like, do you think it was reasonable? Like, did it make sense?
I think it did. Because from the beginning, you knew that she would do anything for her students.
But I thought they couldn't possess her because she wasn't ready and she hadn't trained for it. So how come the Lady of the Lake just going?
No, I'm not sure that they couldn't because of that. I think that they could, but because Flora in that scene, Flora was saying that like she can go into her best memories, and then that's when Rebecca or some like that was the whole thing of they need practice. So I think like she could have been possessed. I lost my train of thought.
So Peter was gonna
like
Flora said that she's scared, just talk her away, and then he said it doesn't work like that. Like you need practice to be able to right? So that means it takes someone who has been able to dream hope for a while for them to be able to do the full transferring thing, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise they would have just done it from the start with the kids.
Yeah. Honestly, I'd have to see that scene again because I don't know, but the reason why Danny could got possessed, like the reason why I don't think there's like a plot hole is because she said those words. It's us, it's me, it's me, it's us, it's it's me, it's you, it's us. Right? So she fully accepted, like she fully gave an invitation for her to come into her body. Because without that, it's like your soul, I think, or your conscience or whatever fights the person that's trying to possess you.
So how come with the other kids, when that happened, the ghost coming in was the primary body, while with Danny was not?
That's what I was saying, that it's because it's the Lady of the Lake that she bends the rules.
So why would she bend if she wanted to? So if she wanted to be in the forefront, she would have.
Yeah.
Then why was Danny scared?
Because she didn't know how much time she had as Danny. You know? It's like she knew that the Lady of the Lake was in her, and she knew the Lady of the Lake had the power to come and be the forefront.
Okay.
I think that's what I understood, that like that's why she was so scared, because she didn't know when she would decide to take over.
Yeah.
And when she started like seeing her, she was like, fuck, okay, my time's up.
And you noticed the heterochromia, right?
Yeah, I did. No, I did. Like at first, I noticed it in the car, like when she was coming back, and I was like, no, wait, because it was very subtle in the car. And I was, holy fuck, is one eye?
It wasn't subtle at all.
In the car, it was.
No, from the point she got possessed, it was there.
Oh, then I only fully noticed it in the car.
Yeah. And the kids also had it.
I didn't see it in the kids.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That was why I looked for it in Danny.
Flora's an adult?
No, she wasn't possessed anymore now. The ghost left.
But
Sorry,
was
with
never
Miles.
possessed.
With Miles.
Oh, with
yeah.
Miles.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
With Miles, he had it. And I think I noticed that Flora didn't have it before, what's it called?
Oh, you noticed that it was like a...
Yeah, so I was confused for a bit, but then it wasn't too long after that, then they showed us that she didn't do it. But again, I don't know if you guys haven't seen my dark review, but I spoke about it there as well, because there was also a case of heterochromia in it.
No spoilers.
It's a case of eyes.
Still, now I know it means something.
Anyways, heterochromia, this is folklore, not anything to do with the TV show.
Oh, okay.
It usually represents someone that is a witch or has a demon or being possessed by a witch.
So what would you say
like
about
that.
a dog that has heterochromia?
A dog?
Yeah.
That means a demon probably lives within them or something. I think heterochromia. It was thought to be indicative of a seer or a piece of your previous identity brought into this life from a former one. And the complete occurrence is often called a ghost eye.
Oh,
And it's believed to come with the ability to see spirits and communicate with the other side.
that's so cool.
Yep. Like when I saw that, I was like, that's a really, really nice touch that they added.
It's like it's really detailed
Mhm.
as well.
I'm sure there's still a lot of things that we missed while watching it, at least the first time around.
Yeah.
So when next are you going to watch it again?
Probably next year.
Yeah.
No, probably right before it comes out.
Like you did with Hill
like
House.
I did with Hill House. When they released the trailer,
Yeah.
that's when I'll rewatch Hill House, Bly Manor,
Yeah.
and Bly Manor.
Okay. I can't even think of how it might go, like how the next season. I don't think there's any way to predict it. They're all so disconnected from each other.
Yeah, I really like though the fact that it's always based on books.
Bly Manor is about a book. Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm not sure if it's about one specific book or a series of books put together but I know it's based on books.
Okay.
And apparently it's gonna be like a growing motif of like using books as like, which I love.
Yeah.
Because there's so many books of like haunted houses.
Yeah.
So
I think in the hands of a good director, that's definitely going to do well.
Yeah.
And I really like Mike Flanagan. Is that his name?
Mike Flanagan? Yeah.
Michael Flanagan. That sounds like a name from Futurama. I don't know why.
Flanagan. I think we barely spoke about Hannah.
Yeah. But that's for the
About the uncle and his alter ego.
Ooh, okay. I feel like we have to talk about that one. I feel like we have to talk about that one.
Can we just talk about the acting of that? Like, they look like two completely different people.
It was scary.
Like, scary.
That one was scary.
Yeah,
that was scary.
When he smiled.
Yeah.
That
or
was
when
scary.
he just like creeps into the room.
Yeah, that was scary.
Yeah.
That was scary. His smile most of all, because
Yeah.
it was just a scary smile. I hope that isn't his real smile.
I don't think so.
Such a creepy smile.
And then you see that initially, and then you find out that this guy is actually sleeping with his brother's wife.
And that he's actually Flora's dad.
father.
Oh god, we almost got it.
And then when his brother comes to confront him in the office, he tells him, what was it that he said? He said that yeah, you don't have anything, you don't have a family, you don't have a brother, you don't have my support, something like that. All you're left with is yourself. And, and what like you are is an evil
spiteful,
grinning,
devil or something
like
that.
Yeah. And I was like, that was his demon or his ghost.
Like, he created it. Like,
Yeah.
he planted that in his head.
I actually thought he might have been the one who killed like
so
them.
they made that like a big impression. As in, like,
initially
they were leading up to. We still don't exactly know how
they died. Yeah, it seemed like it was just an accident. But the reason why he blames himself is it's because of
him that they went to India
in the first place. Yeah. Yo,
but I really like that the dad didn't take it out on Flora. You know how some dads, they're like, once they find out that it's not their son or daughter, they're just like,
yeah, that's not my kid.
Yeah. But he was like, you know what, she's my kid. She's not, if she gets hurt, she's gonna come to me. Her boyfriend, to me.
Yeah. I mean, look at Flora. She's cute. Who would abandon her?
I know.
Yeah.
And he was the one ringing the manor.
Yeah. I couldn't have guessed that.
Same.
I couldn't have guessed that.
I couldn't.
Why was he even calling?
Because he wanted Flora to pick up.
But there was a time she did.
I know, but that's why he keeps calling, so that Flora picks up and he can hear his voice. Florida residents.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like we've probably spoken about as much as we can,
Yeah,
but there are probably some parts that we still left out.
probably. Yeah.
So if you guys still remember the parts that you enjoyed the most, make sure to leave them in the comment
Or
section.
if you have any more theories.
Oh yeah, if you have any more theories or any
Or if we got any of the theories wrong.
or any ghosts that we missed or whatever, then yeah, let us know in the comment section below.
Or anything that we said wrong.
Yeah. Make sure to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.